Welcome to Trans Series, the show where we talk about everything Transformers. I'm your host Jason, and let's get down into this news. So today we're going to be talking about the new leaked image of the Crowbar toy that's coming out in the Transformers studio line. Now, I was told by my boy Alvy where I can find these images, and his channel will be linked in the description below with the pictures I find. So today we're going to be looking at the Crowbar and my thoughts with it. So here we see Crowbar, and there's a picture of Starscream in the background. I mean, Starscream is in the background, but we'll talk about him later. So let's look at Crowbar. Well, at first when I looked at this, I was disappointed because they reused Berserker, but after yesterday, looking at it, and today, it kind of grown on me that it may not even be that bad of a toy, because I have the Berserker and the original crankcase on my shelf with the rest of my collection. And they're actually pretty good figures. Now, I wish they did a completely different mold because I do prefer the crankcase more instead of the Berserker toy. But I think Crowbar could actually do really good here. At first, I thought they just took Berserker and put dreads and a new head on him. But I actually looked at it in a blown up picture on my phone, and actually that's not the case because we can see with the feet are completely different. And the dreads are completely new. Now the pose that it's in does not look that, selling, and the paint looks meh. But I can paint that myself, so it's not a worry. But what I also think is cool is the way they did the hand. Now to me it looks different than what they did in the past with the Berserker, because it would just fold down. But it seems like you actually have to push it into a slot. But I could be wrong, because in the picture it looks like that, but we honestly don't know for sure. Now the head is a new mold, which is really cool. And if we look at the vehicle form, it looks exactly the same as the Berserker one. Now I guess that is good. Say for instance you're using Berserker as your crankcase if you just painted him black. This would work really well with the scale, but if you already have the crankcase toy from the 2011, it doesn't really match up. But you kind of have a choice here. If you missed out on the 2011 crankcase and you see a Berserker, just paint him black on the chest area. That's what I did with mine, just to make him a bit more suburban-ish, because I just didn't like that gray. Because in the vehicle mode, where did all that gray come from when he's black? Another observation I saw is it seems like the panels with the hands may be a bit different, and the back panels on the legs look to be the same how they did it with the original Berserker, but I'm not 100% sure. But they kind of remind me of the way they tabbed up. Now, what I think they could do with this is use this body type and make a Dreadbot figure, because the studio line is giving us characters that we haven't seen and characters getting revamped. Now, I'm really happy that they made a Crowbar, because a Crowbar is a figure I wanted to have for a long time, and I hope they do the exact same with Ratchet, if they make a Ratchet, so we can complete our Dreads team. Next, let's move on to Starscream. Now, Starscream looks really good, because he has the buzzsaw now, and he has the missiles. Now, the thing is, the reason why I'm not going to pick him up, and I'm actually going to pick up the Crowbar, I forgot to tell you that, but the reason why I'm not picking up the Starscream is because I already have the deluxe Dark of the Moon Starscream with the Dakaratomi Skywarp and the regular Thundercracker, because I wanted to complete my team. Now, unless they repaint this Starscream, then I may consider collecting them. Now, Starscream is a Voyager figure, which the scale will work better with the Last Night Megatron, I hope. But with this image, this Starscream looks really good and really accurate. And I do like how it uses the movie 1 colors, because I never really liked the Cybertronian tattoos that he had in the second and third movie. So I guess that'll be all for Starscream, but he also does have an orangey cockpit, which actually looks pretty cool. Now let's go move on to the Optimus Prime and Ratchet figure. So let's start out with Ratchet. Now Ratchet is in his 2007 color scheme, but the thing is, he looks a lot similar to the Dark of the Moon deluxe figure. Yes, I can see how they changed stuff with the feet, and some of the paneling is different, but basically, he is the same. Now, I can see a difference where the chest is with that piece. It may not come down like the original deluxe that we got in Dark of the Moon, but he also has this piece under. Now, I'm gonna turn around and look at my Ratchet figure. I can't really see him on the shelf, but it kind of looks similar with that piece. Now let's move on to the Optimus Prime. Oh boy. Well, I can't say it's the worst Optimus Prime I've seen, but it does have potential. Yes, the shoulders are a bit small for my taste, and the chest is just really bulky. Now, the thing that I really don't like, I'm going to start off, is the smokestacks. As you can see with the truck, it's just way too short. Like, I would pick this up maybe if I didn't have the Last Night Voyager Prime, but that toy I really thought was going to be bad, but I really enjoy it. So I do recommend picking that up. But with this Optimus Prime, it kind of looks like the movie 1 chest a bit, how they did him with the original movie 1 toy, but not really. But he does come with these really cool Energon swords, which I think he's holding in his hands with a tab like the one for Dark of the Moon Leader Prime, which is the UFO swords. I'm not 100% sure. But regardless, this thing looks cool. The coloring in the legs, now, I don't really like it because there's like some red on the sides, and that's like, it's somewhat accurate, but it's just too much red. And plus, the picture is not really that big for me to completely judge, but for what I see here, I'm not going to pick him up for the sheer fact that I already have a Voyager Prime, and I'm not going to pick up the Ratchet because I like a Dark of the Moon one. Now let's go move on to the Megatron. So with the Megatron figure, it looks really accurate, especially with the feet. Now, I used to be a really big fan of the Revenge of the Fallen Megatron until Dark of the Moon Megatron came out, which I wish they did a Dark of the Moon Megatron more, because Movie the Best already took the original 2009 Megatron toy and they made him silver, so I don't understand why completely they redid him. But I gotta say, those legs look really good and the paint scheme is awesome. And he's really accurate, and when he transforms, that tank is just spot on to the movie comparison. It is really good. So I am not going to pick him up just because I already have a Last Night Megatron, but maybe it depends if I see a video in hand to see how good it is, but it really looks cool, so I may consider it. Now let's move on to Brawl. Now for the best picture I find of Brawl, it is actually really blurry, but I can see most of it. Now with this Brawl figure, it has its really good sides and its weak sides. So let's talk about the good stuff first. The good stuff is that I believe he's either a Voyager figure or a deluxe. Now, I can't really tell because the writing in here, this white stuff in the background, is really blurry, so I don't know what it says. But the Brawl looks to be, in my opinion, a Voyager just because of legs being slanted down like he's crouching, so he could be a lot taller when he transforms in fully standing up. And the tank mode looks really good. Besides this one gun like up there, I just don't like it. It wasn't in the movie and I don't like it. Hopefully he can take it off, but the robot mode with that hook, my god, this thing is way better than the original 2007 Brawl, because that Brawl is too small for my taste, because he does not scale with the rest of the Decepticons, and I think overall he was too small and a bit too bulky. But this one seems to be more skinnier, which is not bad, but I kind of want him to have more bulk, but because how blurry this image is, I can't really judge. And with the tank mode, it looks really good, I just don't like that big gun. Now let's move on to the big daddy of this, and the most impressive, the leader class Blackout. Now when I saw first images of this on YouTube, I went completely crazy because the amount of detail in this thing is just beautiful. It has a perfect, in my opinion, CGI model. Yes, it's not 100% perfect, but for your collection, if you are a collector, you gotta get this when it comes out. And if the Scorponok, yes, he should be a little bit bigger, but the Scorponok seems to be articulated with the tail, hopefully. You can move his feet, and this thing just looks awesome. Like, I really like the back piece that he has because it's more accurate than the 2007 one, because it was just really big and it gets in your face now. Because I already have the 2007 Blackout and 2009 Grindor, I would put this guy in my leader class section because he looks really big. Now, I'm going to say he's a leader class just looking at in the amount of detail that he has, but he could be a Voyager, but I highly doubt it. Yes, the arms are a bit big, but I really do like that about him. Now, in the side image, it shows him having the small router on his arm. Now, I don't really like that look, but it seems like you can take that off looking at the other picture. And the feet, I heard some people complain that it's because it's flat. They don't really like it, but it's the best that they could do. Maybe you could take that off, but I highly doubt it because this thing is really big. You need something to support on, and I think that making it flat feet would be the best way, and it doesn't really bother me. I also forgot to talk about the Stinger toy. It has a really accurate vehicle mode, which looks really good, and the body for Stinger, it looks accurate. It just has a lot of tabbing and panels, if you know what I mean, like on the arms. There's a lot of bulk to it. And the head kind of looks like it's floating on a piece, but once we get better images of this, I can give a better review. Well, that's all for this piece of news. If you have any other studio line questions you want to ask me, please tell me down in the comments below. If you want a theory that I didn't already do, please tell me that too, because right now I'm taking recommendations, and I honestly need more content on my channel because I need recommendations to see what you guys want. And if you guys could promote me in any sort of way you can, that would be great, and I will post your comments in a custom video just dedicating you guys. Well, that's all for this. Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.